Righto, let's see what we're doing under this thing. We've got a little bit of a mess happening under here. Go. That's a bit worn, this tail shaft universal joint. So we've got to replace that. That's what we're showing you how to replace in today's video. So first of all, we obviously have to undo the tail shaft and get it out of there. And then we can start knocking the bastard apart. They're tight. Got the KC tool spanner. This thing, I've had that since I was an apprentice. And it is my favourite spanner out of all spanners I own. That's off. Right, so that's what's moving there, is that joint in the uni, and yeah, we've got to smash this apart and get her out. So tail shaft has to come off the mount and out of the gearbox to get it out, and pull forward at the same time. Lift your bearing, please. Yep. So if you lift the bearing, it lifts it straight up off the bolts, and then you can pull it forward.
Okay, so you just got to remove the circlips.
Yep, so we're getting dug into this, and Patrick's going to come too. So one circlip, pull another one out of this side if it's got some movement to it. There, oh, it's just spinning around now. Round, round, baby.
Oh no, you got an edgy. Yeah, you got him. Get up.
It's gonna be a Jesus clip and go. Jesus, where'd that go?
You're evicted.
Right, so now what we've got to do is just hit this either side, and that's going to push the uni cross down through and push that cap out. So just, yeah. Yep.
Oh, there
we go, there's one, and then that folds out that way.
Got him.
All the way out. That one's absolutely toast for it to fall apart like that. And that's not even the flogged one. Flog one doesn't have any bearings left in it at all.
No, there's no needle rollers anywhere. They're all on the floor now. Well, half of them.
And to get this bit out is quite easy. We're just going to sit that in there, and then we can just hit this fairly firm there. And that just pops out.
Not a single needle roller in there, by the way.
Yeah. And we'll use this cross to get this one out as well on that side, just by tapping that. Well, how easy that's coming out. I'm glad you came in today to do it, because that wasn't going to stay there much longer.
No, that was ready to exit the building.
Now we'll use the cross on this bit.
Pop a bearing cap out.
Sit that in there and we'll pop a cap, and it's... That one's a bit more solid.
Started moving. Yep.
If you get to a stage hitting them really hard and you start damaging the actual surface of the steel here, you can get a big socket and sit it right over the top. Just be mindful, go and test that one of these that you've already got out fits inside that socket, and then you can hit it square with the socket straight down and punch that through and get it out that way. But this was moving pretty easy, so we haven't done any sort of major damage to that at all. Right, time to put the new one in. We'll give this a bit of a wash and we'll get the new one in. Got our Toyo universal joint for our Mitsubishi. We have a universal joint. We have a grease nipple. And we have circlips as well that have already busted out of their bag.
Are they all greasable like that?
Not every one of them, no. But
good for a heavy duty application.
Yeah, it is good, especially if someone has their own battery operated grease gun.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing I like to do is actually keep the bearings ends organised with the bits they come off, so that's exactly where they came off that cross, and I won't get that mixed up when I put it together, because I don't know, it's just me, I just like making sure that goes on where it came from the factory, from manufacturer, just in case there's some inconsistency somewhere that you just can't physically see with the eye. Okay, now I can put this cross in. I did push that across a tiny little bit too far, but then punched it back to where the actual circlip seats, and it went in perfect. Now I'm just going to gently...
What are the coloured dots for, mate?
Start this. Well, I've actually marked on the ends of these to correspond with the ends of those, because I like having the same bearings where it came out of factory and it's fitted to those. And I like having it exactly the same spot as when it came out of the box.
That bad boy greasable, bit of preventative maintenance.
Yeah, hopefully this one won't fall apart like your other one.
Diff now.
Diff will now.
Pinion will fall out. We've got a tough uni, it's not going to break.
Now, one thing that's just happened here, have a look here. There's a gap right there on this side that I didn't have before. So we're just going to have to rectify that as we push it in, because that's just going to be equal that way. We might be able to just tap this across. And that worked. Cool.
Got them even so you can get your circlip in the gap. There she is. The Pokey's got strong thumbs, so he nearly squeezed the other one straight on. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Like a new one though. So this one's got the 4 dots, and this end here has got the 4 dots. So we'll push that into it, and then we can insert.
Remember to stop before you go all the way. Oh yeah.
So that one's the 4 dot, that goes that side. Put it in the empty side first. So it goes on like that, feed it onto the empty side, and then that'll go across. Always check before you put them on as well that none of your needle rollers have fallen over inside there, because that does happen sometimes. And
you'd be in a world of pain if you crush one of them in there.
I've done it.
Absolute world of pain.
I've done it. And then you end up in a situation where
especially if your previous shaft had no needle rollers left. No spares.
Right, so this is going in really smoothly.
Almost like it fits.
There we go.
Ready for a circlip. Oh! Like I said.
Here again, we've got a gap either side of that circlip, so that can get tapped across and tighten this side. Then that'll move across here and gives us room for the circlip there. Look at that. Rebuilt uni. Ready to be put in the car, and when you put it in, don't forget to grease it. Right, Brad's loading this in here because my elbow's a little bit sore today. And this tail shaft's nice and heavy. I'll line this up for you, mate. Yep, push her in. Oh, look at that, like a finger in a bum. Yep, perfect. And then
Right, just to ride it up in
I'll
there.
hold that on there. And make sure you've got that the same orientation as it was, which is there. Yep, that's perfect there. Go the other way with the rest of them, and we'll swap this one around.
Okay.
So only reason I do that is because when you drive, you're driving forward, the nut can fill with thread, with dirt on the end of the thread.
Gotcha.
So by going that way, it's avoiding the end of the thread getting damaged by any rocks and stuff chipping up.
Oh yeah.
And keeps it a bit safer. And if you look at the size of the witness marker where the bolt was, you'll probably find that it matches the size of the washer on this side.
It was back to front.
And
I was back to front.
that's okay.
Sorry, Dad.
You're allowed to be. You're allowed to be sorry. Not allowed to be wrong.
Better to ask for forgiveness and try and seek approval.
And that's how you change a universal joint, guys. Just make sure you torque them right up, do everything back up, and don't forget to put your exhaust pipe tail back in when you're finished.
No deal.
I don't know why we took that off. Why was that taken off?
We didn't take it off.
Oh.
Been off for 12 months.
Why?
Because it sounds better.
All right, cheers for watching another Pokey mechanical tutorial of how to change a universal joint. This one was. So stay tuned for the next one. Plenty more to come.